Hello everyone, I'm Ashlee Norman and I am super pumped to be teaching you why you need TBH True Beautiful Honest Color Line by Schwarzkopf Professional. Let's get to it. We created 4 unique looks on 4 different models with 3 different scenarios. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over the formulation and breakdown of how I came up with it for each model specific to solving their common scenarios. Now, the first scenario that we're gonna talk about is high contrast blonding. If you are like me and you specialize in blonding on levels 5 and below, you might run into the issue of having hair color that has too much extreme dark and light. What do I mean by that? Let's take a look at our level finder. Let's talk about someone who might be, let's say for example, a level 2, and we highlight her all the way maximum blonde to a level 10. So what you end up looking at is 2 strands of hair. You have the darkest natural base sitting next to the highlighted hair. Now what happens is this can end up looking like piano teeth. Not so sexy. So what we have to do is not only tone the level 10 and create a transition of color, fade from darker to lighter in the highlighted hair, but what we also have to do is lift or shift the dark natural base to soften the contrast between the darker level and the highlighted hair. Let's get into it. Our first model that we're gonna talk about is our gorgeous Jackie. She came in with super beautiful natural level 2. There was some old tint on the ends, but mostly virgin through the root and the mid-length. And what we had to do here was create a lived-in, low-maintenance balayage effect on her natural dark level, but also again, soften the contrast. So what do I mean by that? Here we have our head sheet. This strand right here represents the natural base color. So her natural base was a level 2. We did a form of balayage inside of foil to create this strand of hair, which is our highlight. We lifted her to about a level 9. So now we have, again, a level 2 sitting next to a level 9. Now what we want to do is a shadow root and gloss on the level 9 to create ombre, fade from dark to light. We chose levels 5 and 6 at the roots, level 7 at the mid-length, and levels 9 through to the ends. So what we created was a fade from level 5 and 6 into a level 7 into a level 9. So let's say, for example, the highlighted hair faded from a milk chocolate into a white chocolate. Gorgeous, right? The only issue is now that level 9 is still sitting next to the level 2 towards the ends. So we've created our fade from dark to light in the highlighted strand of the hair. But what if we wanted to create a fade from darker to lighter in the natural base color, or a double blend? So for example, what if we wanted the level 2 to lift up a few levels to maybe, I don't know, maybe a 4, 5 into a 6. In this case, now the base color is fading from dark chocolate into milk chocolate. The highlight is fading from milk chocolate into white chocolate. If we only used a demi-permanent gloss, yes, we can address the highlighted hair because it's deposit only. But a demi-permanent gloss is not going to create the lift in the natural base color. So it's not going to soften the contrast. It's not going to create the double blend. Now I know what you're going to say. Well, if I tone with permanent color, which does have the ability to lift and deposit, then I'm gonna run to two issues. One issue is if I shadow root with a level 5 and 6 permanent color, let's say for example an Agora, it has an opaque coverage. Now opaque coverage does leave a line of demarcation on the grow out and is harder to lift out later. So if I shadow it with permanent color, not only is it gonna be a high maintenance grow out, but it's also gonna be an issue when she comes in for her highlight retouch. That's one of the problems with toning with permanent color. The other common issue with toning with permanent color is that it does have the ability to lift. Now, what if it creates a brassy base break, exposure of warmth that is unwanted, right? So if we used level 7 and levels 9 on a level 2 with a typical permanent color, it could create some unwanted red and orange in the mid-lengths and the ends. Now, TBH is not your typical permanent color, and it's also not a demi. It's somewhere in between. It's a hybrid. It's a solution that you've never seen before, and it's truly unique. All right, friends, if you learned something today and you enjoyed this educational content, don't forget to like and subscribe.